Getting more insight on this move from Sacramento sports community. Let's get right to Mike Cherry with more on that.
Yeah, and this morning we're going to be joined by the crew from Sacktown Sports. We have Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross joining us right now. Thank you so much for your time, guys. All right, so let's get some instant reaction to this news that just broke within the last hour.
Well, you know, Mike, we were just talking about a poll we put up, and I'm a little surprised here on our broadcast for our YouTube viewers. And the choice was, are you excited the A's are coming to Sacramento for the next 3+ years, or does it feel a little dirty to you? And I believe, I got it right here, 72% are excited. 28% say it feels a little bit dirty, which surprised me. I thought it'd be a little closer to 50-50. My colleague here, Jason Ross, he and I are a little bit different on how we feel. It's a huge day for Sacramento. But Mike, as you know, from 10-12 years ago, this city was embroiled in a relocation saga. So it is a little bit bittersweet at the same time.
Yeah, and again, maybe either of you can speak to this. The polarizing aspect of this, you just touched on it. It's kind of bittersweet for athletics fans who are already in this region because this team was supposed to be going down to Las Vegas and relocating. But they're still going to stay in Northern California. I got to imagine that adds to some of this bittersweet taste right now.
Yeah, that's the mixed emotions I think we're talking about. Some portion of that group will be thankful that the A's are still in Northern California. Others are going to be disgusted that they didn't stay in Oakland. So I think it's certainly some mixed emotions. I think for Sacramento fans of the city, of potential financial boom, of having Major League Baseball here for 3 to potentially 4 years, that's really exciting too. So I think, Mike, we're getting a pretty wide variety of emotions on this one.
Yeah, again, and this is one of those aspects. This is a 3-year-long commitment. The option on a 4th year, that is a great opportunity, I got to imagine, for the city to audition itself. What have you heard in terms of how they're approaching this, as using it basically as a platter to show the diehard baseball fans that the MLB has in Sacramento?
Mike, I think you've touched on what's really, to me, the most fascinating part of this whole saga is you noticed, I'm sure you read the official press release, that every single quote, whether it was from Vivek, Commissioner Rob Manfred, A's owner John Fisher, they all mentioned Las Vegas, as in this is a bridge to Las Vegas. And I imagine everyone, at least on the surface, is playing it like that. But make no mistake, I don't think all of this is happening just as a simple bridge. Now, I'm guessing here 100%. Vivek may have never, ever verbalized this, but there's the old possessions 9/10 of the law. Las Vegas, the Tropicana, which closed Tuesday, which is the site that they plan on building the stadium. Their parent company, Bally's, is in serious financial trouble and on the verge of bankruptcy, some say. On top of that, there's a ballot initiative from a teachers union down in Nevada that they're trying to get on the ballot, I should say, to vote against a public subsidy. Also, Mike, you may have seen yesterday in Kansas City, the Super Bowl champion Chiefs had their public subsidy voted down. This is not the climate for that. So I think the underbelly of this is the A's are coming here for 3, maybe 4 years, but make no mistake, there's going to be a play if it opens up on keeping them here permanently.
All right, so we have Sutter Health Park. That's one park, 2 teams. How do you decide who plays when and where?
That's the work of the schedule makers and the groundskeepers. I feel for them. There's a lot of baseball that's going to be played there. The plan is to have both, so it can be done. Schedules have to be crafted ahead of time, and that's very possible. But we went from having a minor league team here to having 2 baseball teams here very quickly and playing a ton of baseball in Sacramento.
Okay, so there is a press conference happening within the next hour, 10 o'clock our time. What, if anything, what other details do you think might be revealed during this press conference that wasn't put in the press release just yet?
Well, I think I'm hoping, first off, just to know what they'll call the team. Will it be the Sacramento A's? Will it be the Oakland A's still? Will it be the Oakland A's of Sacramento? Yeah, who the heck knows? I know they'll talk a little bit about the shared clubhouses. I hope they go into the Giants allowing this to happen and how that happened, although I don't expect them to. But there's also a question about the Players Association, Mike, and how they're going to be with Major League Baseball players, I'm using air quotes here, Major League Baseball players sharing not only a AAA facility, but a AAA park at the same time. And then there's the underlying question they're not going to go into, Mike, which is this. John Fisher is the worst owner in all of sports. He has absolutely screwed over the city of Oakland, and Oakland's complicit a little bit in this. Let's not put all the blame on John.
Sure.
But he is absolutely embarrassed Major League Baseball. He has completely, if you remember the movie Major League, he's Rachel. He's the showgirl
Wow.
that's trying. But it's a fair point. That's who he is, and he has driven this team into the ground. And now he is breaking the hearts of Oakland fans and bringing that team to Sacramento, a city that just went through this with the Maloofs. And compared to John Fisher, the Maloofs are angels in this whole process. That's an absolute fact. So it's not just the excitement of getting the team. I would urge everybody to keep in mind that attached to the team is John Fisher, and everywhere John Fisher goes, whether it's the A's, whether it's the Earthquakes, who are regularly last in the table, last in attendance, he has not shown the ability to grow or even maintain a fan base and a competitive team, with exceptions. So that's part they won't go into at the press conference, but it's very important for Sacramento fans to understand that they're getting more than just this team. They're getting the ownership with it.
Well, hopefully, unlike Major League, they don't have a life-size cutout of Fisher with the removable parts, because we can deal without that. If you don't know what we're talking about, just go ahead and watch the movie.
Exactly.
Hey, Jason and Dave, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
All right, you too. Take care, Mike.